Well, a new day, more progress has been made. I've actually got the dash pad in position. Nothing's bolted up to it or anything. Just got the wires poked through where I believe they need to go. Did everything else. Made sure the carpet's in. Yeah, did the seatbelt trim and all that. Yeah, the dash is in, so now it's basically start bolting it up, start putting everything back together. New airbag is in as well. Pretty important. Well, little update. The dash is bolted in. Like everything that you need to do up is bolted in. All the bolts at the top, bolts down the side, the airbag bracket, that bracket, the 2 screws there, everything on the side as well. The air ducts are bolted in. The airbag cover's bolted in. So now it's just put everything back. The radio, the trim, glove box, fascia, instrument cluster, all that. Now it's time for all that stuff to go back on. Heater controls. I think I'll start with the heater controls first because I think they'll be the hardest. And figure out this wiring. Because, yeah. So let's get on to it.
Just found something to note if you're doing this yourself. I accidentally put this back on first before I put on this trim. Oh, forget some line on it for this trim. But you can't do that because the heater control sits over the actual dash trim. And then it just bolts in. Because I couldn't get it to sit right. I was like, what's going on? So I went back on my pictures. I found out. But yeah, just thought I'd let you know. Just in case you do this at home. Yeah, this got to go on after this side trim.
So basically tonight just hacked at it for an hour. Got it to the point where we've got the center trim on. The fascia's ready to go on actually. The glove box I started putting in, as you can see. Tomorrow though, I'm going to put this airbag in because I've changed the airbag sensor. So I'm going to put the airbag in. I just want to make sure before I bolt everything up for good. Things like the alarm work, the switch works, the light works. I've been unsure about the light. I forgot to take note of which polarity the wires are. So yeah, I'll probably blow something there. But just make sure everything works before I fully bolt everything up. Otherwise, yeah, what a task to pull everything out. Did a little chrome button addition on the shifter. My dad and my sister actually spent the day cleaning this up. They didn't tell me, but it's pretty obvious because it was filthy before. And they also cleaned up a brand new fascia for this car, as well as made a template for both the fog light button, because I stupidly bought one out of a base model car, not one with fog lights, and also for the Clubsport badge. So you'll see that tomorrow. I also have a little special something for there. But yeah, for tonight that's it. We'll wrap it up. Tomorrow we basically got to start the car to make sure the alarm works, and yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow when it starts to get more exciting. Alrighty, so it is the next night, and basically my goal tonight is to power the car up and test every single function, including all the switches and stuff on the fascia, test the aircon and all that. Oh, actually, I don't even know if the aircon works after the accident because the condenser was bent, but I don't know if it was punctured. Doesn't look like it's been punctured, but who knows? We'll find out. Just make sure everything works, plug in the radio and all that just briefly, especially the glove box, make sure the alarm works. And to do that, first we've got to plug the airbag in, so I'm going to do that. I'm not going to put the seats in and plug them in, so there will obviously, I mean, there's already going to be an SRS light on the dash because it was in a crash. I've still got to clear those codes, but even if there wasn't, the seats being unplugged would cause a dash, an SRS code to be thrown, which you'd then have to clear. I'm just not going to bother about it because, yeah, there's already a light. So when the car's fully assembled and everything, then I'll go get the codes cleared. But yeah, for now, let's just plug the airbag in and get to putting some more things together. Alright, everything is ready to go. We've got even the window switches in, the radio's in, the instrument cluster's plugged in. The only thing I don't have plugged in is the hazard light and the fog lights, but they should be alright, fingers crossed. We're just going to make sure that everything works real quick. I'm not going to lie, I'm very nervous that, because this module, this SRS module I've changed, but the only number that matches on it is the 4, which means 4-loop system, and the number above it, 085. That's the only thing that matches to the old control module. Nothing else is the same, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit nervous. I don't believe if you got the wrong one, then it should fire an airbag. I imagine it would just have an SRS light, but yes, now's when we find out. Just quickly connect power to it. It's probably dead, to be honest, but now we find out. Connect power to it. Well, I heard something, but so far, no explosions. Just fit through here. Well, we certainly have power to the car. There's lights on the dash. Yep, things are flickering. And the glove box light is on. That's good. So if we just get the key, let's try and start this. All right, press the HSV alarm, put the key in the ignition. Oh, the windscreen wipers are on. And the battery is very dead. Very, very dead. Okay, that's great. I can't start the car. The battery is very, very dead. Be right back. Well, the battery is at 10.2 volts, so it's kind of low. Although the fact that it's not even trying to crank, yeah, kind of worries me, to be honest. But I've got it on the charger. We'll just see if we can charge it up a little bit. And in the meantime, I'm just going to put the interior back together, just chance it. And hopefully, yeah, we can get it started later. The old girl is running again. I'm a bit stupid. My dad came to give me a hand. And then he just happened to ask, oh, is it in park? Which it wasn't. It was in second. So yeah, a bit stupid. Late at night, I guess you make those little mistakes. But main thing is she's running. I'm actually going to let it run for a bit just to charge the battery because it was low. As you can see, the airbag light is on the dash. I expected that. That's normal. I got to clear codes and the seats are unplugged, so that's obviously why. Luckily, no airbags blue, which is good. Probably wasn't going to happen, but you know, always scary these things. And also, this car does have an exhaust leak, which if I get you down under here, it's coming from. I can actually feel it. It's pretty bad, actually. It's coming. Oh, back here, my bad. It's coming from right here on the where the pipe comes out of the cat. It's not even a joint, but there's a pretty big leak all the way from here. There, up here. It's actually really bad. The pipe's splitting off the cat. So gotta fix that ASAP. That might be the reason why the car feels really sluggish as well. Because when I drove it home, I was like, oh, I didn't feel that great. But that's something to look at later. Main thing is she's running. I've pretty much got the glove box ready to go back in. Done all the screws up and everything. That side piece, the light works. That button works. The HSV alarm works. And that works. So we are good to go. Oh, let's check. See if. Yep, that most certainly works. So beautiful. We're good to put the. One sec. And the window switch works. Beautiful. So we are good to put the interior back in now. So one thing I do have to do down the line is replace all the lights on the dash that don't work. Some up here as well that don't work. The entire coolant cluster doesn't work, which is always great. Those are extremely dim and some don't work. On camera it actually looks alright, but nah, they're pretty bad. And I don't think the AC button, no, that doesn't do anything. That's great. Actually, I might have to see if that actually works. But the others, yeah, they're all good. They're all good, Jim. So yeah, let's get back to work, I guess. We are getting closer to the finish. The glove box is in. The next thing basically is center console. Put that in. Bolt all this little side trim up. Get that done. Seats go in. Clean up the scuff panels a little bit, and then put the scuff thingies on. Yeah, and then we're pretty much done. It's ready to go for bodywork, headliner, roadworthy, whatever stuff like that. You know, we're very nearly finished. So basically on the home stretch, I think 2 more nights, and this will be done. Oh, and the new fascia, of course, one that will look way better. But hey, it'd be cheeky not to give her a quick rev. It's a bit late at night, so I can't go too loud. It's already quite loud, but if we do a little. Oh, it sucks. The 5 litres just sounds so good, man. But yeah, I think we'll pick it back up tomorrow night, hopefully. Get some more stuff done to her, and yeah, I gotta fix that too. It's got a weird idle issue. Every now and then it goes down and then goes back up. But yeah, we'll pick back up tomorrow night, get this interior finished off, and get this car back on the road. Alright, so it's been a couple of days later, and now the glove box is all done. The center console's in, that's pretty much all done. Just got to put the thingy in there and that thing. But yeah, basically, once we do all that, literally the only thing left are the seats. And with the seats, I went to the Wreckers earlier today, and I got the one thing I needed before I put them back in. The seatbelt pretensioners, because my ones have exploded and they don't work. So yeah, I've got that. Let's just start putting the interior back together. Probably start with trying to put the fascia on, hopefully, because I've got to get that all lined up, make sure the Clubsport logo is not going to fall off. And yeah, let's get to it, finish up this interior stuff, and then get the seats done. Okay, change of direction. I'm actually doing the tensioners first. Super easy to do. You have literally a T47, one bolt that holds the whole tensioner thing on, because this is all the tension, that's the explosive. And then there is just this clip, that's it. I mean, that's plugged in, obviously. And there's this clip that sits on top. Just pull the clip off and unplug it, pull the bolt off, that's it. You can replace the tensioner, just like that, super easy. So for those who don't know how tensioner works, basically when a crash is detected and the airbags go off, this cord that you see here is actually normally longer, as you can tell by that plastic. It's normally longer and the buckle sits higher up on the seat. And then this explosive triggers and it literally just pulls this cord back and it just tightens your seatbelt, basically. It's a very simple device, effective, pretty easy to replace on this car, which is nice. The seatbelt tensioners are done, but while I was at the wreckers, I actually picked up some dash lights for the cluster and the AC controls because some are blown and they're dim. So I'm going to quickly just change them out. Hopefully they'll work. Try it out and yeah, see how we go. Well, things have not been going how I planned. I planned to literally just change a few of these little globes, T5 wedge globes that I got from the wreckers, just because the coolant lights weren't working, so I thought, oh, it's just some blown globes. These two were missing originally, so I replaced these two and then added two in there. And I think there was one missing over here somewhere, maybe this one. And also the top of the speedo cluster wasn't very bright because one of them was out, so I replaced that one as well and added one in the hole. And then I plugged it back in, expecting it all to work. Suddenly the middle screen doesn't work. This side is just like, you turn the car on for the first time, it doesn't even light up, this entire side, as well as that middle screen. Then this side lights up, but this still doesn't light up, and this screen now doesn't light up at all. I've changed the globe, and I've changed globes here. I cannot get anything to work, so I've actually pulled it apart to see if I can find any damage to any traces or any blown caps or anything that might constitute to just the dash to not work. But so far I cannot find anything. But yeah, at the moment I'm incredibly stuck and I have no idea if I can even fix this. So yeah, it's not looking good. I may have to get another cluster, which is a big shame. To be honest though, I don't know if this is the original cluster. I do not believe it is. I don't believe those Ks are genuine. Look at the brake pedal, for instance. 330,000 Ks, that should be completely worn off on the side. I showed you already the sound insulation, the sound deadening. The chassis does not feel soft like a 300,000 K car. It feels like it's done 120,000 Ks, to be honest. Yeah, I've still got some things to find out, but yeah, for the minute, I just need to figure out what I'm going to do with this dash cluster, see if I can even fix it. So I am actually extremely lost now, because this is currently how the dash looks like. If I turn the lights on, probably start it. Somehow managed to fix the coolant gauge and the light up there. That's all good. But for the life of me, I still cannot get it to, if I turn, yeah, the airbag light shut up. If I turn my headlamp on, when I turn the ignition on and all the lights light up, get my lights, gosh. The battery, no, sorry, the coolant, the lights, like light indicator, and the power button. Oh, wait, never mind, the power button does light up. But the coolant and the light one don't light up. Neither does the middle screen. That's a problem. Then I've got another problem where this connector seems to be damaged in some way, because if I wiggle it a bit, the middle screen, oh, see? Well, I just clicked it in all the way. Now look, both the middle screen and the left screen are playing up, and I have no idea why. So yeah, I think I need a new cluster, unfortunately. I don't think I can repair this, there's no way. To be honest, I actually just gave up last night. I was so annoyed, to be honest. It was just this little drama. Just went to change a couple of globes and it turned out being a whole nother drama. But I've gone to the wreckers again. I've got another cluster out of a Bellina, so it's a triple window Has 4 airbags, so I believe this should work. As you can see, I currently do have it plugged in. We turn it on, all the screens do work, which is good. And I'll turn my headlamp off. All the globes work except this one. And also turning the ignition on and off, I'm pretty sure I should see all these lights, and I'm not. So now I've got to do exactly what I was trying to do last night, change globes and hope that it fixes the issues. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. And also this morning I had a bit of drama with my own daily, my V Amiga. You can't see it, but it's out there. It's a dual fuel, just alloy tech, gosh, not eco tech. And suddenly sprouted a cylinder 5 misfire out of nowhere. Because mine's dual fuel, I switched it between the fuels and it did nothing. So I knew that it was most likely ignition. Thank God it was. Got an ignition call from the wreckers while I was here getting this, and thank goodness I had tools on me, because it meant I could quickly change out the ignition coil and no dramas. So yeah, that was a bit lucky. And in saying that, cylinder 5 is the only cylinder you can actually get to the ignition coils without taking the intake manifold off on those cars. So that was very lucky. But besides that, yeah, let's just dig into this. Try and change out some globes here and hopefully don't break anything like that one. We have got a cluster where all the lights turn on, the screens work, and got that my headlamp off, all the back lighting works. So finally we've got a cluster to go in the car. Now we've just got to swap over the HSV specific stuff to make it look like HSV, the needles, and that I don't know what you call it, that paper card with all the numbers displayed on it. So let's get ahead to doing that now. From my mistakes, it turns out the entire time there was nothing wrong with the cluster. All it was simply how I was removing the LCD lights. All I was doing was getting some pliers, just squeezing it, twisting it, pulling it out. Then I realized that these globes, I decided, like, I'm just going to pull one apart. There's no way they're all blown. And I pulled one apart, only to find that the only thing connecting them to the holder is 2 tiny, thin, just really thin gauge wires. And so I knew, probably by grabbing the pliers, all I had to do was just twist it a bit too hard, and I probably twisted the bulb straight off the holder. So then I risked it all, and I took one of the, oh, I took this one. I took one of the good known working ones out of this using, just where is it? One sec. Oh, yeah. Just using this really thin Phillips flathead. Just stuck it in the center. Gosh, can't see. Stuck in the center. Twisted it. Did it without damage. Put in the new one, and now all 3 screens work. So yeah, I'm actually going to be able to use the original cluster, which is good. All the lights work too, except that one and that one. But that works. Sorry, it's not plugged in properly. That's why it's flickering. But yep, all the lights work except these 2, which I, to be honest, actually don't care about, because I can check my lights anytime. Coolant level I kind of do, but I don't know if that turns on later or not. Anyway, just learn from my mistakes, because while that's embarrassing, I'm extremely happy about that. Because I did so much research trying to find out if they're one-time use globes or anything. No one mentioned anything. It was just trial and error with me, and yeah, finally found the issue, which is good, because to be honest, when I've been starting it here and there just to make sure everything works, and I'll have some bad news with the engine, which I'll probably show you tomorrow when I start it cold. Take your guesses below what's going on with it. All fixed up, and I actually went ahead and polished the glass on it, because before it looked really, really bad. Like, there was stuff I couldn't even clean off with glass cleaner. Now that looks pretty much brand new. It's very close. There's a couple of scratches here and there at the bottom, but that looks really, really good. But I did forget to clean all the fingerprint in there from last night, so I have to take it back apart and clean that. But yeah, the dash is certainly done, and now I've moved on to doing the HVAC controls, because a couple of a couple of the lights have died in there. So to take it apart, you have to separate the white piece, which is this, from the black piece, the front piece. To do that, you got to take the knobs off. Just pull. I was stuck a bit on the on this one here, but just pull harder. There's nothing holding them on. So yeah, that's how you get them apart. A couple tabs, and then you got access to all the lights. just replace them out, and yeah, it should be good to go. Put it back together and plug it back in. Instrument cluster is in, it's screwed up. The aircon control's in, it's screwed up. I've put the frame for the radio in there. That's, I don't know, I think that's where it's meant to go, kind of. Basically, we are now ready to put the dash fascia back in with all the controls, and yeah, start finish up the center console. Put the radio in. I do have to fix the ashtray, or center compartment, whatever it's called. And then after that, just chuck the seats in, and this interior is pretty much done. Well, ignore that, but the interior is pretty much done. So, oh, and that too. And let's get to it. I've already put some of these globes away, but these are all the dash globes that, trust me, it's a mess. I've been just trying to fix that instrument cluster. I've just been pulling stuff out, trying this and that. But, yeah, I gotta clean all this up now. I'm down here because I was just doing up the screw for the steering column cover. I just remembered one piece of proof I have that this dash has been out before, and that is the HVAC ducting was all missing screws on the driver's side. The passenger side was fine, but there was also another one under here that was missing, because this is two pieces, a piece here and then another one that goes up to the side vent. So yeah, that's more proof that this dash has been taken out before. I don't know if they only took the dash out or if they took the entire HVAC system out. Maybe they just took the screws out thinking they had to remove this and realized you don't. But yeah, this dash certainly has been changed before, most likely because this car's been in a separate accident to the one I bought it from. So this car's been in 2 accidents and still clean title, and it's a survivor. So very lucky, this car. Originally, in trying to repair my center console, which is my original one on the right there, you can see those tabs are broken. There's meant to be a rod that goes through. I broke the other one, but in fairness, this one doesn't work either, because I don't know how this works, but this is meant to lock the lid when you push it up, but it doesn't anyway. So I wasn't really going to get a working one anyway. But yeah, unfortunately, I am on the lookout for a center console lid, although I probably need to put this on, or at least this carbon fiber wrap, because I'm pretty sure this carbon fiber looking stuff on like everything on the interior, if you compare it to the factory Clubsport Gary Warren Smith HSV garnish, it's identical. So I'm actually pretty sure someone hasn't put that on. That's a dealership option, because I'm very certain HSV didn't put that on, but I think that is a dealership option. So I was originally going to take it off because it doesn't look great, to be honest. It just looks fake. Vinyl has come a long way in recent years, but for authenticity, I'm going to keep it on, because the car came with it. So yeah, it's staying. But yeah, if anyone has a center compartment, please let me know. That'd be great. But well, for now, we'll just put the rest of it back together and then hopefully chuck the seats in it. Just like that, the dash, the center console, it's all back together finally. So literally the next thing is just to put the seats in. But I'm going to vacuum everything first, clean everything up a little bit, clean the seats up a little bit. And yeah, then literally the interior is done. So it's... Well, okay, no, it's not actually quite done. It's assembled. Nice, FL. It's assembled, but I've still got the HSV airbag to put in. I've still got the HSV dash badge to put in. We have got the Clubsport logo on the dash there, so that's really nice. And yeah, we kind of have to... Oh crap, I shouldn't have done that, bloody hell. This bunch of crap just fell down. Yeah, ignore that. And fix a few things, you know. I can't even move that. But yeah, other than that, this interior is very close to being complete, and we're very close to driving this car finally. I cannot wait. But yeah, pack it up tonight, clean everything up a bit. Tomorrow, back on it. We'll get the seats in, get everything cleaned up, and might even go for a little sneaky test drive if we can. We'll see. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. We replaced the window switch because my old one was a bit, it didn't work. So I can actually finally adjust the mirrors the way I want them. Easy to do. There's a little cover that sits in there. You just get a pick tool in the very corner, pry it out, Phillips head screw, pull that out. Door handle comes out, you just got to slide it out. Then when you pull this up and out, keep pulling, because the connector is actually down here somewhere. There's a long wire, as you can see with the old one. basically a long wire, and yeah, the connector's down there somewhere. Just pull the wire up so you can see here, disconnect it, chuck the new one in, really easy. So yeah, it's all done. Finally have working mirrors. Great. All right, let's yeah, pack up for tonight, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. My sister's been hard at work all day because this interior is quite clean. This is really nice. Yeah, the carpet's clean, the seats have been cleaned, so now all that's left to do is just assemble it all, get this interior ready to drive. Just like that, we have a completely assembled interior, which is even somewhat clean. But I can't believe it, honestly. I mean, it's been kind of a little dream of mine, a big achievement I wanted to achieve, to rebuild a crash car. To do something simple, like pulling a dash out, I've been a bit, you know, scared of doing it. I've thought of it as a big job. Not only on this car did we pull the dash out, we pulled everything out on the interior and put it back. Did not break anything, did it correctly. And, well, I hope so. We'll see about the airbag. But that is amazing. I am truly stoked. We can now actually drive this car on the road if I get a permit. Although, what I do want to check is the reason I was so concerned yesterday. Let's find out. Yesterday, I started the car up just to get some battery life into it. And we'll see if we hear it now, but I heard some pretty bad lifter tick. One of the lifters was surely stuck. Oh! No dramas this time. I started it yesterday and straight away it was ticking its head off. There was a lifter here, it was completely stuck, and it didn't just pump up straight away and disappear. It actually took pretty much till the needle on the coolant temp sensor started moving. So it took a while for it to actually start, and it didn't even shut off like that. It just quietened down a bit until it disappeared. But that's good news to hear that after being completely cold, it hasn't just straight away come back. So that fills me with a bit of confidence. I was a bit scared because literally the day before I was stopping the car while I was doing the dash. Then next day just started up without, you know, a care in the world, and then straight away it was a stuck lifter. So that's good. I'm happy about that. But I just probably need to drive it, change the oil, put some additives in it, just, you know, try and revive this motor a little bit. We are going to still have the airbag light because I had the seats out, the airbag's gone off. I do have to clear the codes. I just got to make sure that the airbag sensor I put back in here is going to work and it's not going to keep throwing the light after we clear it. But other than that, this interior it's complete. How cool is that? Well, I mean, we still got to do headliner and stuff, but this interior is pretty much complete, which is crazy. It's amazing. Oh my goodness. I have to say a huge thanks has to go to my dad, because this car does it. Mum's car normally belongs here in the garage. It's her car has been sitting outside now for probably 2 or 3 weeks in the weather, while mine's been apart here in the garage. Not to mention, we don't even have space. I have my daily. Dad's got his car, and he's went ahead and he's said, yeah, you can have another car. It's yeah, a huge thanks needs to go to Dad and Mum, and not just that, but even Dad just helping me throughout the build. You know, it's Dad knows a lot about cars, certainly more than I do. He has the same passion I do, and I can see how happy he is, the fact that we've done this together, just going through this process. So yeah, don't worry, we've got plenty more planned for the car. We've still got, you know, we've still got to fix things up. We've got to get it prepped for paint. Still got to sort out the engine side. We've got to exhaust. I'm going to learn to weld soon because I'm going to try to fix that exhaust leak. And then we got some fun stuff planned for this car for sure. So that being said, thank you very much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate the support. I hope you enjoyed as much as I do, and we'll catch you next time. God bless.